Well, I destroyed that entire meal just now in that
And we're
commercial
gonna
break.
finish with some entertainment.
It's like
The spoken word
you're
variety.
taking me to dinner and a
This
show.
is a date that I just took you on. It has been almost 1 year since our next guest joined us on the show. He's been busy selling out some of the city's most legendary spaces with his powerful spoken word performances.
Yes, allow us, please, to reintroduce spoken word artist, former educator, and founder of the largest poetry showcase in New York City, Rashan Brown. The Bronx native founded Poetry Me Please back in 2019.
And has given other creators from around the world a space to showcase their talents through the art of the creative verbal expression. Now Rashan is back on our program and joining us for the first time in our brand new studio for a very special reason. He's going to tell us all about the upcoming historic event taking place at the Apollo Theater this here weekend.
That's right. Please join us in a hearty round of snaps for founder of Poetry Me Please, Rashan Brown. So good to see you.
Thank you, everybody.
It's a pleasure.
I'm getting all choked
I
up.
know, I know.
First of all, BX.
BX.
I did it. I did it. I'm not from there, but I did it.
It's okay. I can't believe it's been almost a year.
Right, it's right. I feel like the time has flown by.
Remind folks what you've been doing and what exactly Poetry Me Please is.
Yeah, Poetry Me Please is a spoken word poetry platform that provides a stage for poets across the world to showcase their talents through creative verbal expression. We are New York City's largest poetry showcase series with a bi-monthly, or I should say monthly showcase now, of over 400 guests per show.
Wow. So what happens when someone goes to a show?
They see 8 to 12 poets.
Okay.
These poets get 7 minutes on stage, and at the conclusion of the event, the poets will receive video content, photography content, features across all of our social sites, and they get welcomed into a community of poets. And then for the guests who attend the show, they get to see a full-on showcase, a fully seated dinner event with a musical act and intermission.
That sounds like a lovely evening or day. So how does someone who is an aspiring poet get involved in Poetry Me Please? What's the process like?
We have a random selection process, so we accept any poets. We have a sign-up sheet across all of our platforms, so they could go to our website, poetrymeplease.com, and it's a Google form to sign up, and then about 3 to 4 weeks out before the show, we just do a random selection of 8 to 12 poets.
Say you don't get selected the first go-around, can you keep applying?
You only have to apply once, and it's just a rolling admission.
And you just oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You have a journal with some spoken word?
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe only in the cover of Night.
So what's the difference? Is there a difference between spoken word and poetry?
So depends who you ask.
Yeah.
For me, I think the difference is with spoken word, there's a bit of a passion to it. So when you're on stage, you can tap into another character and be your fullest self, or you could show some emotion that you normally wouldn't show, versus I think when people think about poetry, they're thinking about written work, or work that maybe doesn't have as much of passion behind it.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Could you imagine Edgar Allan Poe
doing spoken word? Absolutely not. Absolutamente
There you
no.
go.
What got you into poetry? Why do you love it so much?
I would say it is my best form of expression. So the things that I think about that I don't normally say to people, I find that it's easier to write a poem and then perform it. So these are the emotions, these are the feelings that I have inside.
Wow. Do you remember performing your very first poem?
I do, yeah. Cliche heartbreak in high school.
I know, I can't stop looking at it.
But yeah, that was it was an opportunity for me to express myself as a young adult, especially an African-American male.
And so you wrote this poem about heartbreak?
I wrote this poem about heartbreak.
Where did you perform it?
I performed it in my living room.
Any audience members?
No, it was just me and the camera. I remember I didn't fully have it memorized, so I had this piece of paper that I read off of. And it felt good at the end. And then over time, in and out between college, and then it wasn't until a few years after I had graduated, I did an open mic in the city. And then that feeling that I had when I was on stage was amazing. So I wanted to recreate that feeling.
Wow. And you have recreated that feeling in some pretty amazing places. You've also, we heard, performed the Cleveland Browns.
Hello?
Yeah, Cleveland Browns. I wrote a piece and I performed it for their season opener in honor of Jim Brown.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. If I was in that stadium, I probably would have needed a tissue. That has to be like...
It was big.
The magnitude of that experience.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, you know, the Apollo, legendary, we're going to get to that, but it's closed in. That's a football
It's a wide open
stadium.
space.
Yeah, about 67,000 people were in there.
That's right.
Amazing.
That's right.
And you said something about London.
We were in, so we had a showcase in London last February. We went to Ghana this past
my God.
New Year's. So yeah, we've been to a few
Your
places.
passport been busy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You are taking your talents to the very historic Apollo Theater.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean for you?
It means the world. I know that we have been doing a bunch of different showcases, and I think what we're doing now is we're bringing it back to the forefront. So poetry deserves the big platform. It deserves that stage as it once did. I think that people have forgotten that such an appreciative art can have that front stage, and it doesn't need to be in a small cafe.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right. That's right. You nervous?
Not yet, but I will be right before I go on stage, and then once I'm on stage, and it's like, all right, cool, I'm back.
That's the routine. You always get a little bit nervous.
Yeah, a little bit nervous right before, and then once I feel the love, regardless of the amount of people that are in the space, we always find a way to make it a safe space for artists. And although I'm the founder, when I touch the stage, I am an artist. So I get back into that vibe.
You're always an artist.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you
you.
so much. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's going to perform for us. But we want to thank you first for watching New York Living, and also to grab your tickets for the Poetry Meet Please showcase taking place this weekend at the Apollo Historic Theater. You can purchase tickets at poetrymeetplease.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But without any further ado,
Rashan, what are you performing?
This is a piece that I wrote for my first year students when I used to be an educator, called Purpose in Life.
Purpose in Life. Rashan, take it away.
Purpose in Life. This world is amazing. As evil and ruinous as it may seem, believe me when I tell you there are blessings that lay in between, from the northern pole to the southern. You, myself, we are beautiful. Standing with poise, distinction, and determination, we set goals to achieve them, give thanks to receive them, and a religion to believe in. But dreaming is in a world of its own. A privilege, if I may. You see, the idea of using a person's face meant in real life is real. Every tear that just passed a smile in a face in a dream is unique. Our minds do not allow us to dream of a fake reality, as simply put, to dream with a face in this world that we have never seen. So when I saw that child sitting in the back of my classroom, battling their own demons, I know that in my heart, even if this kid has never paid attention to a single word, I have shouted with such passion that in that very moment, if not anything else, my purpose was to show up and give that kid an opportunity to use my face so that they may one day dream. So when I smile, it is now that I know that you, myself, we are beautiful. Thank you.
I wish you had been my
Bowing down.
English teacher. Bowing down. Bowing down. Oh my God.